This is Country Living, Oregon Style 61, and today I am going to show you how I freeze my cookie dough ahead of time. That way when I get ready to make cookies, I can bring it out. They're already froze, bring them out, they're already mixed up, put them on your cookie sheet. You can either let them thaw a little bit then, or you can give them an extra 5 minutes in your oven. I'll give you the recipe to this. I've already mixed it up. Let you see it. I've already mixed it up. It's a cereal type, and I just put them in here. I put them in there on the sheets with parsnip paper, and I pop them in the freezer for about 12 hours. Make sure they're good and frozen. Bring them out. I stick them in Ziploc bags. Mark the bags, date them, and that way you can make as many cookies as you want, and the mess is over with. If you have company coming in or something like that, it's already mixed up. All you got to do is start baking them, and you can have them made probably before they get there. Anyway, these are called crisp flake cookies, and I double my batch because it doesn't make very much. You can triple, you can do whatever, but I will give you the recipe for a double batch. You use 2.5 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, a teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, a teaspoon of baking soda, a cup of margarine, or you can use butter. If you do, use 1/3 of a cup per batch, so 2/3 of a cup, whichever you want to do. I use butter, but that's here nor there. I mean, you can use margarine if that's what you want to use. A cup of brown sugar packed, and 2 cups of, I use wheat brand cereal, the flakes. If you can find the 40% brand flakes, you can use that. That's what the original recipe called for, but I got this recipe back in the 60s, and it's a yearly thing for me. I start making these for Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's and all that for the holidays. Anyway, you mix all that together, cream your butters and your sugar, and then start adding your eggs and your vanilla, and then start adding your dry ingredients. You want it to cream it, continue creaming until it's light and fluffy. Then you just drop them by teaspoons. If you're just baking them, drop them by teaspoons on an ungreased baking sheet. Bake at 375 for 10 to 12 minutes or until golden brown. I'm not baking them today. I'm just going to make them out here, and this is what I do. And then I run out and put them in the freezer. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. You just make them whatever size that you want. I use a kind of a serving spoon and kind of heap it, and then I can get a dozen cookies on this sheet real easy. But that's the recipe for the crisp flake cookies. And that's all I do. And then when it's all done, when I've got them all across here, I take them out and put them in the freezer. Wait 12 hours, go out and get them. They come off this parchment paper really easy. You can do any kind of cookie that you want this way. If it is a peanut butter one, if you want to use your fork on them and do, you know, the cross pieces on them, do it at that time after you get them on this parchment paper. Don't wait until just before you bake them. You can use chocolate chip. You can do anything you want. You can freeze it and then bring them out and bake them later. And I think this holiday season it's going to be a lot easier for me. I usually start in and I put them in coffee cans. I bake them all and I put them in coffee cans. Well, that's great, but it takes up a lot of space in your freezer. This doesn't. It does when you're first quick freezing them, but then you can put them in a Ziploc bag and you can stack them on top of each other. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this, and I'll catch you in a little bit when I get ready to take the other batch that I made yesterday out of the freezer. Okay, catch you later. This is some of my cookies that after they've been frozen. And then I package them in containers that have been marked, and in fact I gotta mark my bag. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. I forgot to get my bag ready. I put my stuff in the freezer for about 12 hours, I guess, and then I take them out, and then bring them in, and I pick them out, put them in here. Now these are all in baked. Like I said before, these are all in baked. And then you can take out as many as you want to bake whenever you want. I just throw them back in the freezer. If you put them on a cookie sheet, frozen, give them about an extra 5 minutes to bake. If not, if you want to lay them out on your cookie sheet and let them sit for about 10 minutes, then you will be able to go ahead and bake them for regular. These happen to be crisp flake cookies, but you can do any kind that you want. And then I just vacuum seal them up. Get as much air as I can out of them. Sometimes I put more in, it just kind of depends. And there you go. And you're ready to bake cookies without the big mess. The big mess is when you're making them, and that's it. And then you can make, this way you can take out like 6 of one kind, 6 of another if you make several different kinds. And you can have a variety of them. Thank you for watching. You have a good day. And I'll catch you on the next video.